welcome to this episode of Blurbs Talks About Tech, because it gets me a lot of views, and also because I genuinely care about this stuff and I'm not just doing it for more views. Please watch more of my videos so that I can get more views. I'm desperate. Recently, video games have been experimenting with fresh new ways to screw over their fan bases, led by the likes of microtransactions, metaverses, and of course NFTs. But as these things receive a downpour of hate from video game enthusiasts like myself, something has to fill their place, so in steps advertisements. Up until this point, ads had been relegated to the likes of trash mobile games, which tell you to get other trash mobile games in a vicious cycle of ad death, but they have stayed far, far away from our civilized games. Recently though, both Microsoft and Sony have began to dip their toes in the waters of ads and are in the process of developing systems that allow free-to-play games a chance to advertise. So I wanted to take this video today to look at the ramifications of advertisements in video games. The instant thought with ads is that they are inherently bad. Bad ads. Bads. I'm sorry. But when looking into the specified intention Microsoft has with these ads, they seem to serve a worthwhile purpose in making free-to-play games less reliant on microtransactions, which has been a crutch that takes advantage of children and also adults who want the Snoop Dogg skin. Replacing it with ads isn't ideal, but might be necessary as microtransactions get pushed farther and farther out of vogue. Another plus to Microsoft's addition of ads is that unlike cable and YouTube ads, these will be built into the world like a billboard on a highway in a racing game. To understand how noticeable this would be, we can just look at the parallels in movies and TV, like how in Better Call Saul, every character is drinking a Modelo, which makes the viewer think, I could go for a Modelo. This was supposed to be a Modelo to add on to that joke from earlier, but all I had was Dos Equis, and I didn't feel like going to the grocery store and getting a Modelo, so pretend this is the funny joke. These ads aren't very noticeable or annoying, unlike YouTube ads for mobile games, so maybe they'll be able to scrape by without pissing off a large amount of gamers. So now that you know that ads in video games don't have to be a bad thing, let me tell you why they will be. As with all things in games, somebody will find a way to exploit this and turn it into a money factory, as with what happened to NFTs. NFTs are the perfect parallel for this, as they could have been something that benefited artists and consumers alike, but were exploited and used as a pyramid scheme where only the rich early investors who hyped up the product made any money, while people at the bottom who got on the hype train late were robbed dry. Also, they're really cringe. We can try and believe that ads in video games will be great, but someone will use them for evil because someone always does. While Microsoft has already stated that they won't be making any money off of these ads, it's easy to see the other downfalls that ads could create. Who are these ads targeted towards? If they're targeted towards kids, then how can we ensure that these ads don't promote unhealthy habits like microtransactions did? And also, how heavily will Microsoft regulate what is and isn't allowed to be displayed and how that product is portrayed? But it's not just that, as the aforementioned billboards won't be enough for advertisers. They will want exclusive screen time, and if the money's right, developers will probably grant it to them. This system will ruin any game that it is in and will lead to a huge shift in free-to-play games as we know them, leading to a more toxic scenario like the one seen in the mobile game space. It'll be interesting to see how all of these systems play out as they are implemented over the next few years. But with NFTs and microtransactions, gamers were able to prove that we're immune to bullshit. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to force advertisements to be used in a good way.